What up, world? It's your boy Mark Walter Ward from the Super Facts Show, Super Facts Network. Today we got with us Toronto's Roney. Just debuted his Be That Guy video. How you doing today, brother?
Good man, good man. Feeling nice,
Man,
Everything's
that's what's up, man. My fault to interrupt you, but not only did that song go super fucking hard, I see you directed that video, man. You did an outstanding job. That shit was super fucking visually compelling.
Yeah, man. Lately I've been trying to just do my own thing a lot, right? Because like there's a lot of visions that I have for my songs and shit. Usually I let the video guys just do it, but I want to kind of more work with them on that, right? So I literally write the whole thing out like down to the T, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, just the vision right there, I'm trying to do it more with the feel of my music versus just going off of like what I'm saying, I want to kind of just relate to the actual feeling. So that video is kind of deep because it's like it's a lot of acting, but just it's random, I have some crazy ones coming that I just directed that people are gonna have to step it up after they see this one, man. Serious.
Nah, you ain't never lie. Shit, I bet you that's gonna make some waves in Toronto and other places and shit. But can I give it a shot with what you're trying to convey with the symbolism about what I think it is?
Yeah. What do you think it is?
Well, I mean, like, if it was like the 80s or something, you might have like motherfuckers protesting you for like satanic imagery and shit like that. But I thought that a lot of it was representative of as you become successful, famous, celebrity, wealth. A lot of those was like representative of like the demons that will try to trap you. They'll try to take you away from your true self.
Yeah, that's literally the whole thing, but just not main more towards the whole like success part, which that I know and I obviously like assess that and whatnot, but it's mainly about like the streets, you know what I'm saying? It's just this like you having the demons on you from the streets, you know what I'm saying, that are following you. And like you're like how I kind of did the video was like I'm at that little news thing, I'm by the suicide room. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a crazy loss. You know what I'm saying? I lost my mom and shit. So I'm by her, like praying with her and stuff. But the demon is there the whole time. This not really a demon. She's not really supposed to be a demon, but kind of like an angel of death kind of thing. Because the places where I'm at are places for someone that's crazy, that's losing their mind. So I'm trying to cope. So I go to this news. I go to the suicide room. I'm talking with my dukes. I'm reading, and she's there. And then at the ending, when I spark the blunt, you notice she disappears. So that's pretty much like as if like the weed is my therapy. Like after I spark the blunt, like right by my mom, or I'm sitting by her, she disappears. Everything goes back to normal. So it's kind of like not no satanic shit. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of want to keep it real. Like a lot of times people can like over exaggerate those types of things when you're like getting deep in your soul, because we all have that like that little monster. You know what I'm saying? Like we're all like that. It's about how you're gonna embrace it. You know what I'm saying? And show that without being a monster. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that, nothing crazy, no satanic shit,
Well, I mean, if you think about it, like the way you used it, like Satan is from the Bible, and if you're using satanic imagery which I don't even think that is, but let's just say it was for the sake of argument, to demonstrate the temptations of the devil, and you're turning away from it, then actually you're using biblical imagery.
Yeah, that's facts, man. That's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have the good guy, the bad guy, the villain. They're always gonna portray it however it's supposed to be portrayed, but it's there though. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much what I do. I just try to keep everything real, man, as real as possible. For sure.
Oh, now you the shit you be saying, you definitely keep it real as possible. Like that last single, "What's Up With You," definitely. But I'm curious. I'm getting hip to this Moncler shit. How much that Moncler shirt on the cover run you? On the single cover for "What's Up With You"?
I think that one was like 800 or something. It was like 800, something like that.
Damn, I know you be extra careful not to get no deodorant on them motherfuckers.
No, that's bad, bro. I went there and I spent like $3,000 and I bought like 4 shirts or something like that. And then fucking, I said I'm done, man. And before that, I bought one for like $6. I'm like, yo, what am I doing, man? Really, I'm done, man. I gotta stop, bro. It doesn't make sense. The shirts aren't even that good, so I'm airing them out right now. Their shit ain't even all that good. It ain't all that warm.
Yeah.
It just looks nice and it's fucking drippy. You know what I'm saying? You feel good, but I
I
couldn't fucking buy
I,
some
I
next.
feel my bad. I feel you, fam. I used to spend like mad money on like Versace shirts and iceberg and shit like that back in like the 90s, early 2000s. And then I started realizing you can get the same motherfucking effect with a cool $10 t-shirt you find at Ross or some shit.
Cool as fuck. Yeah, this hoodie was like $80 or something, $100. It's just wavy.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
now that's just wet. Hey, show. Oh yeah, that's dope. Yeah, that's
It's
dope as
wavy.
shit. Hey, show him that shit on the sleeve that we was talking about earlier.
Yeah, that's just some wavy shit.
Yeah, nah,
Lately, I've been trying to do a bunch of get like different types of stuff. You know, I'm not really into following the trend. I don't want to follow the trend. I just like to follow the fashion. You know, I want nice shit, but
like what you like, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's cool, if it's cool to you, it's cool. Not just because it's cool to everyone else and shit.
yeah, whether it's expensive or cheap, don't matter. You know, I'm there. You know.
Word, I remember I'm from the DC area, and I remember I was wearing iceberg because I just seen the shit and I liked it. And I remember motherfuckers around my way was making fun of me and shit because they're like, you spent $300 on a Simpsons t-shirt, you could have got like a Versace shirt. And then
Yeah.
and then Jay-Z come out with Volume 2 on one of them Jones. He was like, the iceberg sweats for IB on the elastic, and literally like in that following week, at least 5 people made fun of me. It was like, hey, where you began that iceberg shit from? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's crazy how that happens. You know, like once an artist or someone that's like a figure starts promoting the brand, it's out of the roof. You know, that's the beauty of this whole thing too, right?
Yeah, definitely, no doubt. So you kind of had 2 parts of your career. They can check out the Throwback Thursday episode to hear the first. But one of my favorites is like that I'm angry freestyle is just hard as a motherfucker, and I'm curious. Like you talk about everything's real in your raps. I believe the fuck out you. Are you still mad?
No, I'm furious, fam. Like I'm furious. Like right now, I'm chilling, but I'm furious. I'm pissed. Like the way I'm pissed off is as I can feel I can feel it in my chest. Like I'm angry. Like I'm not gonna stop. Like I'm ready for that. Like okay, I'm taking it to the next level now. Like this is bully ball now. Like I'm in the game. Like I'm pissed off. Like I have to get it, whether way it is, I'm getting it because I can't be defeated. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna make sure that that's the motto, and I just keep that slogan forever. You know what I'm saying?
Now I feel you because like there's 2 types of motivated people in this world. There's people who feel they want more, and there's people who know they want more, or deserve more. You know what I'm saying? And you got that energy. You know what I'm saying? Like you know that this shit's yours.
No, for sure. I know how I'm coming from. I definitely, I see the plan, but I also know what steps need to be taken. Right. So I'm just maneuvering. You know.
You know, another song of yours I really like was the Luka Doncic song, and I'm curious.
That's hard.
What's the advantage of having a prolific white shooter on your team?
You know, it's crazy. I was talking to my homie today about that. That's actually crazy. I'm like, yo, bro, it's crazy how like all the like best white guys that play in the league are all good shooters and like good playmakers and smart players like Dirk Nowitzki, Larry Bird, Jokic, Luka. These guys, they define them as like, yo, they're playing the game in slow motion. But it's not slow motion, but it's slow motion. They're not doing the LeBron James effect. And it just goes to show like there's actually a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a real difference. Like that's a whole different topic, but we were really, really getting down to like the nitty-gritties of like sports and race and genetics and shit. You know what I'm saying? And like how like white people dominate strongman, but black people dominate the bodybuilding, like the guys that show the muscles, but the guys that are pulling the big buses and shit, it's all Europeans. But then the Asians dominate like the weightlifting one, and then black people dominate boxing. It's just like it's really, really, really like crazy when you think. And there's reasons for all of these things, like genetic reasons. Is just how it is. Like it just can't be defeated.
or socioeconomic, like you just mentioned.
That's a lot of it too. That's definitely a lot of it too. A lot of people don't have the same opportunities to even compete in certain sports. So
sometimes being poor actually contributes to success in sports. Like
that's true.
The best boxers are almost always like rich neighborhoods don't have boxing gyms.
No, it's true.
You know what I mean? So it really depends on what sport it is. Like a specialized sport like tennis or something, yeah, or golf. You know, only rich motherfuckers is gonna succeed at that. But you know, shit like baseball, the reason you got so many of them Latin American players from all them, you know, that's impoverished countries. It's not expensive to play baseball. They spend more time doing it. American kids in the house playing video games. Next thing you know, you got a humongous. So poverty can be.
Yeah, that's definitely a part of it. And then there is a part of genetics that's a part of it too. But that's definitely certain parts you see that you're like, okay, yeah, for sure, you know. Some stuff is really not even just like people think certain things is like it could be looked at as racist or like, then you're like, no, like it's actually facts, fam. Like you got the outliers, but like for the most part, it just so happens to be like this, you know.
Well, they always talk about an athletic ability, but one thing, you know, people have been accused of being racist, but one thing I've never heard mentioned is like, what about melanin? Like you know how all the people who win marathons and long distance are almost like all from like Kenya and Nigeria and shit like that, right?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
And maybe they can handle the fucking sun a lot better than some motherfucker from Switzerland. For that long period of time. So how could you be racist for saying that? Like no, that's just
true. There's a real science to all of that shit too. Why these Kenyans and stuff like you don't think the Jamaicans are doing long running? They're doing it. They're just not as good. They're good at fast sprinting though, because we're actually built different. Like I'm Jamaican, you know, Jamaicans are built different. You know, like I'm relatively short, but I have long limbs. Like my friend is 6 foot and he's white. We have the same reach. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm way shorter. I'm 5'8". He's 6 foot. And on average, it actually is contrary to popular belief. White people are on average taller than black people. It's actually a fact. Like, do you think that because the NBA and whatnot? But that's just what we see on TV in real life.
Socioeconomic, bro. Nutrition.
Yeah, it's actually a true thing. But white people, you guys' limbs are like shorter. You know what I'm saying? Longer torsos. That's why you guys dominate a lot of strong men and stuff, and we dominate a lot of the running. And you know what I'm saying? And boxing versus wrestling, you guys would dominate more in wrestling, we dominate more in boxing. You know what I'm saying? And there's difference between strength and power. You know what I'm saying? White people have a lot of power, black people have a lot of strength. Strength comes with a lot of like endurance, and power is like group power. Like you see these guys that are winning strong men, they have the biggest bellies. Right. These bodybuilders, these rip guys, we don't win. We just don't. It's just not the same. There's a difference, and then it's just same with like certain sports, swimming and shit. It's not racist when they say black people. Obviously, I can swim, but we do have denser bones and more like our muscle mass to fat ratio. It's harder to, you know. It's just on average.
And then socioeconomic again, segregation with the pools. Like, you know, I grew up in the DC area in the 90s, right? And there was off the no bullshit in all of PG County. That's where like Kevin Durant grew up at and shit. There was one public pool for black people, and this is the richest black county in the United States of America. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's crazy.
It definitely do be a combination.
And it's weird because we come from like warm climates where like the water's nice and everybody's like swimming and shit. You know, when you compete and if you look, bro, on the like history shit on the records, man, it's like all like Caucasian that dominated. It's just for the most, even like Olympics and shit, you know, these American swimmers, it's just how it is, bro. The bodies are built different.
And socioeconomic access to trainers. I don't know shit about Michael Phelps, but I guarantee his family got more money than Carmelo Anthony's did, and they both from Baltimore.
No facts.
You know, there's exceptions to the rules though. I'm like a shade under 5'11", right? And I'm 40. I'm 44, and I can still easily hang on the rim.
See, the NBA, it's always like the black guys jumping high and the white guys. It's actually so fucked up. It's like, why is it always like this? You know. Then you got the 1-2s. You know.
And like in my prime, I could do shit like throw the ball off the backboard and dunk it with two hands off both feet. You know, dunk with my left hand off my right foot, right hand off my left foot. You know, catch oops, all that type of shit.
If you see Jokic play, you're like, yo, this guy, bro, what are you doing? Like, how are you like killing niggas with this? Like, just killing niggas with it. Like, he's so smooth. It's too smooth. Luka too is too smooth. You know what I'm saying? It's not like Giannis. Giannis is more like just running, dunk, you know? These men are smooth with it. You know what I'm saying? It's different.
Well, maybe it's a little bit like you. Like think about you. Like I don't know a lot about you, so I ain't gonna say you lived a savage life, but you said it yourself. You lived a tough, rough life, right? And then so when you go up in them courtrooms, when you go up in them boardrooms, them corporate boardrooms, you know, that ain't shit compared to what you face. So you're confident. Like there's nothing for you to worry about. You know, somebody like Luka Doncic and Jokic, man, you want to talk about being from where it get live, like it's lit where they from. They from where it's like real live wars.
Yeah. Serious.
So maybe when they playing in the NBA, they ain't fucking nervous at all, because a lot of that shit is just your confidence.
No, that's actually true. Actually, yeah, but they both said that. I think actually Luka said that NBA was easier than the European League too. He's like, yeah, it seems easier for me. And Jokic, you already know he's fucking comes from a gangster background and shit. These motherfuckers, it's serious over there, bro. It's not a joke, man. It's definitely not a joke. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, they like the type of I mean, not them, but like them John Wick villains be coming from places like that and shit. You know what I'm saying? But you know, since we talking about the whole motherfucking world and shit, you know, I don't know too much about Toronto other than, you know, the Raptors, Drake, Tory Lanez, and I'm curious, like, excuse me, what don't Americans understand about Toronto as a city, and Toronto as for the hip hop music scene?
I don't know. I always feel like Americans don't like give it diversity that it's credit. Like, it's very diverse, you know, and they think it's just like, oh, it's always cold and it's just white people and cold, and that's what they think, you know, just the view of Canada. They're like, and when somebody would say like, oh, this guy's a gangster rapper from Canada, they're like, oh, what the hell goes on over there? They have igloos and shit. I'm like, come on, man, let's be. But now it's kind of more changing. It's more changing, but the whole view of like just Canada just being like one-sided, like this is just it. Canada is just like, you know, white people and cold. That's it. And it's like, nah,
hockey motherfuckers speaking French and shit.
Yeah, just hockey and shit. And it's like, nah, we're lit. Like, they think we all speak French and shit. It's like, nah, bro. Like, you have every different like.
I mean, the Caribbean influence in Toronto and Vancouver is just. I mean, I mean, you can't overstate it. I mean, for real, there might be more of a Caribbean influence on Canadian culture right now than American.
No, I definitely know that. That's for sure. That's 100%. And some of the best food is in Toronto. Like, some of the top restaurants in the world, there's a few of them that are in Toronto, you know, because there's so much different, like, culture. It's very hard to be basic. It's not a basic ass city, you know. I know a lot of cities where you're like, okay, this place is basic, you know, like all the same kind of stuff. But Toronto's different. Toronto's like, yeah, you have everything over there, you know. Everybody's mixing cultures. Like growing up, it was actually so good to grow up in Toronto, because like I never really like you know, like I guess there's people that are like racist and whatnot, but like that wasn't a thing, you know, really, like at all. Like growing up, like me, my homies, with the boys, like even with other people that weren't like in the hood, even like, because we're all mixed. Like there's never a time usually when it's like just all one set of, you know, there's always an Asian or a white guy around, or an Indian or someone else, a Somalian and a Jamaican, and it's always like that. So like even going outside of that, it still just always seemed like normal. Like we're all just people, you know what I'm saying? Never, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of places where like people are like going through that. I don't know, Toronto's always been pretty smooth. Like, and even as far as the police and shit, like, yeah, you know, maybe in people's brains they have ulterior motives, but we see the same things happen to us as the white guys and everyone else. We're all getting fucked over. You see it, you know? So it's like, you know, it's hard to really say, you know? So just that. It's not really.
I mean, I can relate to that, bro. I've been unjustly incarcerated, rough rides, beat by the cops, got handcuffed, spread eagle to a dumpster overnight before. I represent myself in a jury trial and won, and that shit made like the Washington Post and shit. And
that's crazy.
And I should have just fucking moved, but they was after me after that. And
a scum is gonna be a scum, man. They don't care about race. They're just a scum.
Yeah, but like my point was, like, I ain't never get no white privilege check, or I don't know how to use that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody ever teach me that shit. I say this shit on my show all the time, just because I want everybody to know this shit. I swear the greatest trick the devil ever pulled is convincing poor people that they're each other's enemies. Like that whole like Trump supporters versus BLM shit. That's social engineering. Because what you said,
they're doing it right now with the trucker convoy shit.
I mean,
in Canada,
I know it right now. I know all about it. The way it's covered in some ways versus other ways. But like what you said, growing up, everybody pretty much the same socioeconomically. They're all together and they all got along. There is no reason for the division from the trucker convo to the Trump voter to the BLM protester to any of these divided factions. The whole point of the exercise is to keep them divided, because if we ever got together, you know, we could get the greedy motherfuckers out of power.
No, it's 100%. They definitely don't want that, bro. They definitely don't want that. I see these little things. I think it's a lot of little plans or some shit. I don't know what's going on. And even like over here, like there's a lot of people, like some people, little bad apples, but they don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. You're just a weird race. You ain't no fucking Nazi, bro. You don't even know what the fuck that means, man. You flying flags that don't even belong to us. You're not even fucking. You don't even know what you're doing, brother. You know, you're just an idiot. You know, you like it's usually there's always some bad apples. There's always a 1-2 guys come make a protest, look all fucked up and shit.
Oh yeah, controlled and then it'd be controlled opposition. You know, I don't know about your country, but like in America, the FBI will send like motherfuckers with Confederate flags, that this FBI agents that protest to rile up people watching it and shit. You know, like a protest in DC where Confederate flags ain't popular. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah, we got to get to a point where like, and this is even like off top. This is deep shit. But like, we got to get to a point where everything is just based off of facts and what's actually going on. You know, these little games, these little tricks. You know, like if it's benefiting whatever side of the fence, let it make sense, and just hold the L if you gotta hold the L. All these little tricks to make the whole thing one-sided and everyone has to follow this news station and listen to everything they say and don't do nothing else. And there's no like way for us to actually like have our own opinion. You know what I'm saying? Everything is one-sided. If we let everything be our own opinion, maybe the people are wrong, maybe these people are wrong, maybe whatever. Just hold the L and just know that it is based off of like facts, you know, not just what's fed to you. Because there's some people, bro, they're so smart, man. They know everything. They're in school, they get all the credit, but they do not know how to even think for themselves whatsoever. They just watch the news, they hear what they hear, and that's it. And it's not about being rebellious or being an idiot and wanting to just go against anything. Like, who has time for that? It's about, you know, being real and saying, yo, let me think about that before and once you do that, someone's like, think about what? Are you trying to be a rebellious fucking asshole? And you're like, brother, I just want to go and look at my own shit. What are you, a scientist? Well, neither are you. Fuck, what the fuck's wrong with you? Leave me alone. You know, but it's like the world's gone mad, bro. I don't know. I feel like people are hypnotized or something. It's weird because to me, it's clear cut on what we should be doing, and we should be listening, taking advice, and doing what's best for us and what makes sense. But instead, people just listen, take advice, and that's it. They don't think about themselves, man. That's it. They just listen and do. It's weird, man. It's weird.
But they keep selling cigarettes
and liquor.
Yeah.
And every Super Bowl game and shit. That's all I see. Hockey, basketball. You can't stop watching that shit without seeing those commercials. It's impossible. It's literally impossible. It's impossible.
No bullshit. I be thinking that shit's funny when you be seeing like you go on the Amazon homepage and you see like the Black Lives Matter shit. Like Amazon's doing so much to support the Black community and shit.
Mm-hmm. They know what they're doing, man. They know what they're doing. They know what they did with the whole thing. They know how they turned it around to the point where there's people that actually believe that they should be worried about whatever else was happening behind the message. People got so far from the message that and some point you can say rightfully so, because these things really did happen, but not rightfully so because let's not do that. That's what they want in the first place. But when they're doing all these things and you have these guys and they're stealing money and doing whatever they're doing and just making the whole thing look bad, now fuck people that are getting killed by the police. Now we're gonna focus on, you know what I'm saying, the shit that was planted and they're just trying to make us mad and shit. It just doesn't make no sense, bro. Like people really just sit there and just actually assess everything just for what it is. Don't understand, like, is this right or wrong? Yes or no? That's all we want to know. We don't want to know about all lives matter. All that. We want to know this. Is it right or wrong? Yes or no? Oh, well, these guys are doing this, so I will never, ever support this. So it's like, fuck. And then you can't even tell them they're wrong because they're doing the shit. So you're like, fuck. It just fucks everyone over. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. It's a bad place to be, man. I think everyone needs to just do what's right for the people, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know, but it's hard, man. It's hard.
I mean, I just try to like teach my kids good, you know, be good around me, you know. I've always taught them that any motherfucker's capable of anything, so don't judge anybody off how they look. And and then, you know, hopefully through this show, I can help spread messages of abundance and give people platforms to, you know, voice coherent, intelligent thoughts like you just uttered. So, you know, I feel
the first time I really did this, I don't really talk about this shit. It's just not. It's just, you know, I don't really do that because it doesn't really matter. I'm just like whatever, right? But it does matter at the end.
And then when you do interviews, everybody want to ask you questions like, you know, what street shit you did, or the typical who do you most want to work with, you know, that type of shit, or who'd you grow up listening to, and like I feel all that shit's like way less interesting than getting to know you as a person and hearing your opinions about things.
That's the interviews I like watching, to be honest. That's weird that you say that, because I was telling a couple interviewers that, yo, when you interview me, like, let's talk about something different. Like, I don't want to be a robot and just say the same shit all the time. Like, try to tap into my psyche, see if you can break in, you know, like, let's see, you know, you know, like, let's see, like, you know, get to know me, you know, see what's going on. But I never really get that.
I've been to the media runs where it'd be like somebody like you, and you got like you're in like a conference room, and you got like 12 outlets, and they're all waiting their turn to talk to you. And like when I first started, I'd be the last man to go, so I'd hear everybody's interview, right? And I swear it would be like the same 10 questions almost every fucking interview, you know. Like no variety. So I mean, just like you with your music, I want to make my shit different and creative.
Yeah, you gotta branch out, do different things, man. You become like the NBA players. I always tell people that these guys, they just say the same thing. Watching their interviews are crazy, man. It's not like UFC. UFC, these guys, they talk that shit even in different interviews. You know, it's always spiced up a little bit. These guys are just, you can literally see right through it. I don't know how people don't see right through the like robotic shit, man. It's like, yeah, they were very good. That's a good team, amazing team. Fuck off, man. In the back room, you're laughing at them, saying their shit. These guys played like ass, but you just have to always like. Well,
you said you don't see how people can believe them. It's probably the same thing you said about the people who go to college and learn everything but don't know shit. You know, they probably hear that shit and it sounds authentic. You know, I mean, like real recognize real. I'm sure sheeple recognize sheeple.
No, for sure, 100%, 100%.
So
100%.
I didn't even know we was gonna get into these waters, but I'm a huge UFC fan. You fuck with the UFC like that?
Oh yeah, crazy. Like,
who's some of your favorite fighters?
Okay, Israel Adesanya right now, I'd say he's number one. But like, the only reason why I'm straying away from it, because like that's like the popular opinion right now, right? So I'm trying to dig deep, and I'm like, I like Kazma, Shemaya, whatever. He's killing this shit, but I want to see him do some more work. I always like Shane O'Malley, you know, even though like right now he has doing his little 6ix9ine thing, whatever. But like, I liked him before that, and I'm gonna just stick with him as a fighter. You know what I'm saying? Let me not get into whatever the fuck he's doing, because that's not, you know, I don't care about that right now. You know,
what do you think of Colby Covington? Like I don't like him, or like want to be like him, or look at him as aspirational.
Really like
but
I think I like his fights.
I find him fucking amusing though. Like that motherfucker is funny as shit when he be arguing with people.
Yeah, I think like his fights are crazy, but I don't really like him as a person. And the reason why is not even like people, oh, the Trump had all that. I don't give a fuck about that. I mean, what the hell does that have to do with me? I don't give a hell what the hell he's voting for this guy. Guess what? The other guy's a goof too, so it doesn't even matter to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you ain't never lied.
I don't care about none of that. That is the worst art. That one is like the oldest trick in the book to try to get me to not talk to somebody or talk to somebody because they're left or right. I don't even know which one is left or which one's right. And I actually don't want to learn about that because I don't really care about it. They're all idiots, you know, like in my sense, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, bro, Joe Biden literally sent me to prison. Like off of no bullshit. I did a mandatory sentence that was enacted under that fucking crime bill that him and Hillary Clinton wrote. I mean, the Democrats started segregation. The Democrats were against the end of slavery, you know, like
that guy is a rapist.
Yeah,
once I seen the videos, I was already like, yo, I'm done with this guy.
And then I've seen all the videos, sniffing, yeah, that's sniffing them and shit. Yeah. Bro, yeah, I ain't never seen not one motherfucker in my life do that shit. Except for like when you got like a newborn and you smell your baby.
Yeah, that stuff's ridiculous. Once I seen that, I was already like, automatically, I put him as worse than I have ever looked at Trump. Trump, yeah, he had that thing, oh, grab a girl by the pussy, whatever. But that was not that, bro. That's fucked, but that's a total different situation. You know what I'm saying? And like this guy right away, I'm like, nope, this guy's the last thing you do. But that's what I try to tell my homies, like, we don't want to do that even in Canada. Like, he's like on this get Trudeau, I'll get Trudeau. I said, okay, but brother, at what cost? What we have to do is not just say get Trudeau out for this man. Let's branch out. Don't say I don't want to branch out because if I branch out, my vote won't count. So I have to vote for the other wing. Now you're fucking yourself again, brother. We're not doing this. This guy definitely got to go. Yes, okay, whatever. But let's not just grab the other guy just for that. Know the guy, figure him out, see what the hell he's dealing with. Because if we do that, we're gonna be like the United States of America. Because I'm pretty sure you guys are probably better off with this other guy. That, in my opinion, I don't know. From what just me, and I don't want to get too political. People get crazy with that shit, but like, just me, I think, and I'm not American. I'm not there, but I think you guys are better off with the other guy than this guy right now. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't get political at all, except for when it affects me, like that fucking crime bill. Because, like, to be real with you, I don't believe in politics. Like I don't think any of those politicians have any power. I think they're all front. I mean, I don't know how much like you paid attention to American history or what's going on in America in your life, but I can't name something that a president's ever actually really done.
I can name a lot of fucked up shit they've done.
But like, you know, like you have like historical motherfuckers, and they all got like these accomplishments and shit. And like in my life, you have Ronald Reagan. What the fuck big accomplishment he got? Then you got the first Bush. I mean, I guess he won a war against a small ass country with no army in a day. Wow, cool.
I feel like they bring a threat. It's like a TV show, man. You know what I'm saying? You got the first Bush, he's gonna do this. They bring a threat, like let's say like Bin Laden, he's a threat. They have one guy, he's dealing with it. He already conquered a threat that was there from the previous president. Then that threat becomes too much. The new guy comes in, like Obama, kills the guy, boom. A new threat comes, you know, something like Kim Jong-un, North Korea, boom. That guy can't handle it, he leaves. The new guy comes, it seems like gonna get out of hand, boom. He mends the situation, you know. No, ISIS comes, then Trump kills the guy from ISIS. Now, you know, like there's all like, I see it like that. Like, I'm like, okay, so first there was these guys were the big guys that were gonna kill Americans. This guy couldn't handle it. But the other guy that after him handled that one, but got a new problem, couldn't handle it. Now the other guy said he's gonna handle it. Now it's COVID shit. So it's like,
but still, what the fuck have you done? I mean, like, to me, that's baseline. So what? You kept us safe. I thought you were supposed to keep us safe, and then you got rich. But like, what have you done? Like, where's the leadership? Where's the shit getting better at? You know, where's the accomplishment? Like, I forget which Roosevelt, but one of the Roosevelts built all the fucking interstate highways. You know, totally revolutionized the cost of goods in America, because now truckers could drive everywhere. You know, long haul truckers. Like other presidents have like achievements. Shit happened. You know, JFK. You know, you can point the things that he done. Like Barack Obama, he gave people hope, and it was a wonderful thing to show that a non-white man could be elected president. But like, what did he do other than kill a bunch of people with drones? You know, like I ain't never seen a politician much do nothing in my life except like local motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's crazy because we vote for like these guys and we don't know that there's a lot of other guys that we need to be voting for, judges and senators and this and that. And you know, people don't even know how to vote, and they don't promote it because they don't want people to know how to vote. They don't want people to vote in the right people. This is the little people that are going to make the little changes that are going to affect you personally and the people you're around. Like if your whole community thinks a certain way, right? You guys have this certain way, like your state, let's say, you know, you whatever state you're in, you guys are at this state. Why do you guys have to go by the main shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, let's say you guys are left and then right wings, and it's like, fuck, now we gotta do that. No, you guys holler at the guy, the state guy, and say, listen, change our shit so we're not like the rest of these idiots, because we don't want to live like this. This is just not how we want to live. This, we all came from tribes and communities, man, from the beginning, and that's what we did. This tribe was like this, these people were like this, these people were like this. It's just how it is. That's how we survived all this time. So let's keep it like that. When they're forcing these ways on people, it's like, bro, everyone's not the same, dog. We can't force it, bro. If you guys want to be whatever you be, you guys stay the fuck over there and be that. You know what I'm saying? And be allowed to be that too while you're at it, because we don't give a fuck. Don't bother me. Don't come near me. Do your shit and I do my shit. Stay in your region, and your region can be handled however the fuck you guys want it to be handled. Period. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like living there, move.
Man,
You know, simple. You know what I'm saying?
that's what I did. I grew up in a dangerous ass hood, and I was tired of seeing my friends get murdered, so I got the fuck up out of there. But like I agree with everything you're saying, but I got a totally different perspective because we was talking about being locked up earlier. I got a drug felony that will never come off my record. Like it's literally impossible to expunge. So like I got a college degree I could never use. I ain't never gonna get no motherfucking job other than like some like grocery store shit or some shit, which I ain't never gonna fucking do. So I got the freedom of I don't give a fuck. Like like I'll catch a misdemeanor. What big deal? Like what the so I'm prescribed marijuana legally, so probation wouldn't even be no fucking problem. So like there ain't really nothing stopping me from when there be like stupid rules and shit, or you can't do this, you can't do that. I'll just be like fuck it, because like what the fuck y'all gonna do to me? Yeah, y'all done already marked me for life. Like I don't even give a fuck no more. I got teardrops all over my face, a fucking joint tattooed on my thumb so I can take pictures like I'm smoking. Cause like y'all decided when I was 21 that I was never gonna be able to have a career in your fucking society. So fuck that shit. My next tattoo I'm gonna get a motherfucking red F on my cheek for felon. Cause instead of being ashamed of that shit, I'm gonna wear it with pride. Cause I feel like I'm a fucking almost like a political prisoner. Cause I didn't go to prison for a violent crime. I went to prison for marijuana for years.
That's crazy, man. That's what I'm saying. That's the stuff that's crazy because like it gets people into that mode, you know, like it's just a matter of breaking out of that because it's like, yo, bro, you got fucked over, bro. You got a record, you got fucked over. People could say, well, you did it. Well, guess what, idiot? I bet you did something in your life that you just didn't get caught for. So what? Now you're a piece of shit, and now you just decide to not fucking.
I mean, the shit,
you know, it's fucked.
And
you live and learn, right?
The shit's legal now, but like, so I go up in these jails and these prisons in Virginia, and they're calling me an N-word lover, right? So off tiggity, these motherfuckers put me in solitary confinement. I got locked up in South Carolina for an armed robbery I didn't do, for being a damn Yankee N-word lover, and I did 9 months in jail. Ended up beating the charge because I didn't have jack shit to do with it, and was in solitary confinement the whole time, like literally the whole time. And we talking like some old school shit where it's dark 23 and a half hours a day, and you get the meal through a slot, nothing to read, no light, and that shit fucked my head up. You know what I'm saying? Like literally. I mean, all that shit's bad as a motherfucker, and it all came from politicians. So that's why I don't believe in politicians.
Yeah, because you're just pretty much your commodity, right? You're a commodity, right? You're in there. They're not really looking at it like, okay, what makes sense? You know, you could have a newborn baby, this and that, whatnot, but instead they're gonna run by like, oh, a mandatory minimum thing. Like everybody's not the same. You gotta treat people accordingly. So like the reason why this guy, you know, had drugs or had a gun or sold weed is not the same as this guy that, you know, everybody you gotta treat it accordingly. But then if you just go by just law, people can be getting fucked over by that, bro. There's a lot, you know what I'm saying? Just law is that one's bad, man. You got people sitting in jail for a conspiracy because they didn't snitch.
Right.
And now they're jail for life. They'll never get out of jail. They just were there when some guy did something, didn't rap, and now you're there for life. You can come with a whole family of 10 kids. You're the only dad, the only mother, the only thing the kid have. The judge is not allowed to have sympathy for that. They're going to say the law, what they can do is give you the least amount that was in the law, which is still the fucked up shit. Because if it's a body, you're gone for 25 minimum. They might just not give you the death penalty if you're in a certain place, maybe. But
nah, bro. Most a lot of places they don't have minimums for murder. Like you know, since I'm a convicted felon, I can't get like student loans, food stamps if I need them, any type of federal services, right? Or like when I go apply, or like when I go apply for jobs, or when I used to try to apply for jobs, they would tell me it'd be better off for me if I had been convicted of murder, because I would have done less time and they'd be able to hire me. But since I had a drug charge, you can't work almost hardly anywhere because they look a distribution charge, because they look at it like you're gonna be trying to sell people drugs, or like you can't get a job at like UPS because they're gonna think you're gonna try to start, I don't know, moving dope through fucking UPS boxes or some shit.
But don't you think you affect these guys way more selling drugs than killing somebody that probably needed to go anyways or something? You know, that's how they look at it. They make so much money off of these dopes and shit like that. They taxes, all that. They don't like people making money, bro, and like doing anything. You're not allowed to just make something and go sell it. Like even right now in Canada, weed's legal, but if I grow my own weed, literally just put blood, sweat, and tears and grow my shit and try to sell my shit, I'm going to jail. Even though it's legal. I'm done, which makes no sense because it's my shit. Let me sell my. I want to see like how would somebody be able to argue that? You know, like come on, bro. Like, if you just try to argue that,
I can argue it right now. You say it makes no sense. That's because you're assuming there's a fair society. So it makes perfect sense if it's a bunch of greedy motherfuckers running society.
Yeah. In this society, I guess that's exactly how the shit needs to be set. But in real life, it shouldn't be like that. You know, we should be able to do our own thing, bro. Sell your shit and not have to pay taxes. We're already paying taxes when we buy stuff. So there you go. There's your taxes, you know, but
no doubt.
Double-edged sword, man.
Man, we done been running for a minute. I didn't even get to the Pain album. You know, that was a very dark project, definitely. And I'm curious, it was definitely I could tell that like, yeah, you weren't, maybe still are in actual pain, and I wonder did creating that album help you?
Kinda, yeah. I like it's just like in the moment, little moments and shit. You know what I'm saying? So little things. It's like a drug, you know. You take it to feel good now. You know those ones?
Yeah,
like
I got you.
Write it all out. Yeah, I felt like I needed to do that. I needed to like get that out there. Just let it be known a little 1, 2 here and there. And just see where it goes, right? Because I know I listen to a lot of that shit too. And I also am very calculated with a lot of the moves too. So I'm knowing like, okay, oh, this is something I listen to. Why would I not try to do music like the shit I listen to? That don't make no sense to me. That's why I did auto-tune and all that shit, because I don't just listen to rap now. So I'm like, if I'm like this, how about all my fans? Why wouldn't they want to hear me like this too? Fuck it, I'm doing it. Singing, I listen to singing tracks. Fuck it, I got to learn how to sing, you know? If I was listening to like rock shit more, I'd have done some rock shit. I even did like Roney Rockstar kind of little thing. I did 2 of them, Trap Star and then Roney Rockstar, just even on knowing that like that market exists. You know what I'm saying? It's there. If I can get $1 from it, I'm up. $1, that's all I need. And whatever comes after that, I'm good to go, you know?
I mean, I feel you on that, but like on some real shit, bro, are you doing okay?
Yeah, man. I'm maneuvering, right? I'm just trying to.
Do you have positive shit in your life? Like I don't know, like do you do jujitsu or anything?
I got into boxing, so like I box right now, but I'm about to leave that. Go do some martial arts. Literally, like I was just trying to figure it out. I'm gonna finish my last sessions. I have like 2, 3 sessions left. I'm just gonna leave that and just go do some actual martial arts, because like that's like that shit is what I'm on right now. Like I like that shit, bro. I'm a big UFC. That got me into it, UFC and stuff. But I've always liked fighting. Like when I was a kid, I used to watch wrestling, SmackDown and Raw.
Yeah, me too.
When I found out it was fake, I was pissed, you know. And I'm like, damn, I stopped watching it like grade 8 or something like that, you know. And then I never really got into boxing, bro, because every time I try to get into boxing, it's too slow for me. Too much hugging and stuff. I like watching.
You're too young, man. Like boxing sucked, but boxing sucked in your life. Like if you've been like 10 years older, but boxing was the shit. And then
I never got into it. I like
and then it wasn't, you know.
It got slow, but I like fast sports though too, right? So that's why I watch a lot of basketball versus like hockey and baseball, and even football is next to basketball, because it's like it's still lit, but the scoring, it takes too long. I like UFC is like quick, bro.
You mean soccer, football, or American football?
Both. I don't really like both, but I like American football better. Like football.
I always thought soccer and hockey would be more exciting if there wasn't no motherfucking goalie.
Yeah, you got to get the goalie up. Yeah. That's the way to do it, because then guys will be scoring 10 goals, 15 goals, 20 goals a game and shit easily.
And motherfuckers be having wild ass trick shots and all that type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what they need to do. I never heard that yet. That's a good one still. That's a good one.
My other two Jones, you can feel free to run with the second one because the first one cost too much, but topless barbershops, it would just be too expensive to you know, get girls that the clients would want that would know how to cut hair and pay them enough. But I never understood why there's not a U-turn signal on cars.
That's super random, but hold on, that's crazy.
Because like let's say you're at a four-way intersection and you're in the left lane, but you're not gonna make a left, you're gonna make a U-turn. Wouldn't it behoove the driver behind you to know that? And you could cut on the U-turn light.
You would need two U-turn buttons, one to see if you're turning left or you're turning right.
Well, not like you're at the four-way intersection, right? And you can make a left and go left, or you can make a U-turn and go back from the way you just came from. So you'd have the U-turn light to let the driver behind you know that you're gonna make a U-turn instead of making a hard left. Because you know, on the highway, the U-turn take a little bit longer. So if somebody's all like speeding and shit, they know not to be right up on you. But yeah,
you're gonna invent a car with a U-turn light.
I mean, I ain't never had the fortune to do it.
Or invent the light. You invent the light and you shop that shit to cars.
I mean, all you in America, all you gotta do is file the fucking patent. But I figured since I don't know how to do the shit or do it, let someone else do that shit. But let's finish out after the Bet That video. Bet That is that attached to a new project?
Be That Guy, the one that's dropping Friday.
Yeah, my bad, my sloppy ass handwriting. I was trying to figure that shit out. I was like, Bet That Guy, yeah, Be That Guy, my bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on a project. I don't even know what it's gonna be called yet, bro. It's crazy. Like I'm very, very, very sporadic with my shit. Like I'm dropping a Valentine's Day album on Valentine's Day, and I just thought of that like 3-4 days ago.
Okay, so that's the next move, the Valentine's Day album.
Yeah, but this one's gonna go on the 11th. I'm gonna drop that the 14th. I'm just trying to go off, man. Like I told you, brother. Like I'm just trying to just go off, just be there, man. Like I'm here, bro. Like, you know, I'm seeing what the hell's going on, you know. And I got music, I got talent, so I'm not just here to talk shit and just be like, you know, famous off of just talking shit. Like I'm just trying to like I'm really out here to talk my shit and show my music with it. Like, you know, I'll drop a video every day if you want. Like, fuck it, you know, like, you know.
Now I can dig it. What I want to congratulate you on all your success. I love the eclectic nature of your music. Be That Guy video is outstanding. I look forward to seeing what you got coming out. I'm definitely gonna check out that Valentine's Day project. Before we get out of here, just drop your socials, man.
DGC Rondawg on Instagram. There's DGC RONDAWG. That's on Twitter and everything as well. Roney on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, SoundCloud, all of that. Roney, RONEY. It's your boy. Come on.
Hey, thanks for the thought-provoking conversation, man. I really enjoyed that.
Oh yeah, it was a good one.
No doubt, man. I'll check in with you down the line, brother. You take it light.
All right, brother. You too. Don't know.